there. So obviously you're on the meditation nut channel here, but I wanted to walk through a little bit more about my journey with MCAS, as well as what healing has looked like for me. Because for myself, I have the desire to be fully healed. Is that my experience currently right at this very moment? No. But to go from having a black tongue, a black fuzzy tongue, it was quite gross, to like rashes and itchies, and doctors consistently saying that I couldn't be healed, and all these different things across the board. What I've learned is that through this journey is that for myself, meditation has been a really, really big piece. And so it's been about connecting to myself so that then I can ultimately connect with others. And so I thought it might be helpful and or supportive if you are dealing with MCAS to be able to start with a meditation practice. And a meditation practice is just being able to see what our thoughts are. And so if you can't sit still, or you feel very uncomfortable sitting still or laying down or whatever that looks like, you might be able to go for a walk and be able to help with that. And so there's all kinds of opportunities within that to be able to help and support yourself. So just to give you a little bit more of a background of my own journey, whenever I was younger, I had gotten like a stomach bug whenever I was about 5 years old. And after that, my stomach just never was like the same. It just didn't have quite the same microbiome that I had had previously. And so through that, I had had multiple different issues with eating certain foods and just my stomach being unhappy. And then I was exposed to mold in school, and I was just getting consistently sick all the time. And then once I had gotten exposed to mold and then was not feeling well, then and getting sick all the time, then my immune system was really unhappy after that one. And once that happened, then I had broken my arm 5 times throughout elementary school, and had multiple feet stuff where I broke my toes on accident, and then the doctors consistently just said, oh, it's a calcium deficiency, or it's this, or it's that. And but nothing ever like stuck. And so they would say, oh, you need to only eat these foods. Oh, you need to only eat those foods. Oh, you need to eat these foods, those foods. Oh my goodness. And so it never really helped and supported me. And so then as I was going into my teenage years, specifically around my cycle, I would have a whole lot of issues whenever I would get my cycle that I wouldn't feel very good. And so, but it wasn't like really bad. It just wasn't like, I just didn't feel great. And so then I was getting consistently sick as well and throwing up and doing all kinds of, I really don't like throwing up. If there's one thing that I do not like, it's throwing up. Um, and so I learned about like celiac, and so I ended up taking gluten and wheat and oats and barley and rye all out of my diet, and it helped. However, my gut was still not doing very good, and I was still, I was on certain medications. I think at that point I was only on allergy medications. And so, what I've learned over time is that being able to deal with some symptoms, it's not very comfortable. And it wasn't until after I'd gotten my gallbladder out, whenever I was 20, that I'd gotten a endoscopy, and they did a blue stain, what's called a blue stain, to be able to see the amount of mast cells that are in a particular area. And in my gut, they were quite high. And so that's whenever we figured out, oh, I've got some mast cell issues. Now, here's the thing about mast cells. Everybody has mast cells. Everybody does. And so it's not like they're going to go away. It's just that they need to calm down. And so through meditation practice, everything that I have learned for myself, it's about calming down the mast cells and saying, hey guys, could you please calm down? Hey guys, can you please calm down? And just being kind and loving to them and being able to allow for them to do that. And so within that, what I've learned, I've had a whole lot of other things that I'll probably eventually share too as well within the journey of mast cell issues. But it's about calming them down, because whenever they calm down, then the anxiety calms down, then the depression calms down, then the ability to live within relationships is a really important piece. And if we can't live in relationships, then what are we up to in the world? And so, what I have learned is that the more that I calm myself down, and in whatever capacity, I've been on many, many medications, and now at this point, I am not on any medications. And so, what I want you to know is that this is not medical advice whatsoever, and I do not want you to take this as medical advice. However, this is just my own experience. This is my own experience with mast cell. This is my own experience with the calming down the cells, that everybody has them. It's just for some reason I've gotten the opportunity to really tell them to sit and stay, just like a dog. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope that this gives you a little bit more insight about what a mast cell journey can look like. It's a little bit different for everybody. Everybody has their own piece, just like anything else in life. But I'm hopeful that this gives you an insight for yourself as to what might be possible.